Hi, welcome to Red Riding Hood's Magical Protection Agency. Yes, what can I do for you today? All right. So you're looking for a guide for an upcoming trip. Okay. Now, where will this trip be? Where are you planning to vacation to? Oh, I see. So it's more of a business trip through the Enchanted Forest. Okay, well that's actually our specialty. We're very familiar with that area. Yeah, so have you ever hired us before? No. Okay. Well, I'll need to get some basic information from you today, if that's all right. But before we begin, I'd like to tell you just a bit about the service that we do offer our clients, if that's all right. Okay. Essentially what we do is you sign a contract with us, and under that contract you are guaranteed protection from all sorts of mythical and magical creatures that we may encounter along the way. You'll be provided with a very experienced guide. Yes, every single person who works for us has been personally trained by Red herself, so you won't need to worry about yes, exactly. Oh, we protect against, of course, wolves and imps that may become troublesome. There are some regions that have gnomes that are particularly irritable. I'm trying to think of what else we may encounter in the Enchanted Forest itself, though, that I could reference. Well, we did have an outbreak of fairy mischief being performed about a year ago, and that was in the heart of the Enchanted Forest. Every now and again you'll get a wayward elf who's a bit naughty, or oh yes, there haven't really been any occurrences with dragons as of late, and I think we've actually eliminated the wolf problem altogether, except for a straggler here and there. So, yes. We've made the Enchanted Forest a much safer place to be, but there are still rare situations where you will need assistance, and we can provide you with that assistance. Well, let me get that information from you, and then I can tell you a little bit about the packages that we do offer, all right? Okay. Can I get your first and last name, please? Okay, and what is the best way to contact you? Alright, by owl courier? Okay. And what is the address that we can send that owl courier to? Okay. Is that... okay, I thought so. I had a friend who lived in that district. Is that the little apartment above the wand shop? Right next to Green Guts. Okay. I know exactly where you're referring to. Isn't this a small world? Okay. And what date will you be looking to travel? Alright. Oh no, it's never too early to book our services, so in fact we encourage it, so that's great that you're contacting us well in advance. And until what date will you be needing us? Okay, so for the full week. Alright, that's great. We actually provide a discount if you hire us for more than 6 days, so you'll fall into that category. Terrific. Alright. So just two of you, including yourself. Okay. Well, no, that's actually preferable. Any more than 5 people, and we need to have another guide on hand. But if it's just two of you, you'll actually just be covered under our standard fee, so that's not an issue at all. Yeah, it's more economical that way, so that's perfect. All right. Let me make sure I don't need any other information. Now, how will you be traveling? Do you already have transportation arranged? Okay. Yes, well, we don't recommend magic carpet this time of year, as temperatures can get a bit chilly, but horse-drawn carriage would be perfectly fine, yes. All right. Well then, yes, definitely book that one. That's my recommendation anyway. And I'll put that down. We had someone who took a magic carpet at this time of year, I think a few years back, and it gave our guide a nasty case of frostbite. So ever since, we've kind of discouraged that during the winter months anyway. Okay. Just making sure there's nothing. Yes, we have a new system here, and it gives us a few different prompts that I'm not used to, so. Okay. Have you ever made this particular journey before? No, okay. So you're kind of new to the Enchanted Forest. All right. Well, I just asked that because we'll make sure to give you a guide who is kind of extremely knowledgeable, so they'll be able to tell you about various highlights of the trip, kind of acting more as a guide than a bodyguard in a way, but still providing you with excellent service and protection while you're in the forest itself. All right. So that's that. I'm going to show you the catalog now so that you can get an idea of, it's more of a brochure, an idea of the packages that we offer. Now remember, all of these magical protection packages, they are 100% guaranteed, so we have top-notch enchanted insurance. Yes, you are guaranteed to stay safe while you're in our care, and if anything does happen, heaven forbid, we will cover the spell removal service or your hospital stay, whichever is necessary. But we've only had that happen once, and it was many years ago, and that guide has since been terminated from our agency, so you don't need to worry about that. All right. This is one of our best-selling packages. It comes with a sorceress guide. Yes. We actually have 3 sorceresses who are employed with our agency. They are very skilled, very knowledgeable about the Enchanted Forest itself, so they will be able to provide you with all of those guide services that you might want since you are new to the Enchanted Forest. And yes, you could request a specific sorceress if you care to, but we generally prefer to just give you whoever's available. That way, yeah, we can make things a bit easier on everyone involved. This package is a little bit less expensive just because they're not quite as experienced as some of our more, some of the guides who have been here for several centuries. Many of our sorceresses have about 20 to 30 years experience, which is still quite good. We also have an elven guide here. We actually only have one elf on our staff, He's in the mid-price range, just because, yes, he is more knowledgeable about the various protection elements of the service. He'll still be able to show you all of the landmarks and highlights along your trip, but he's not quite as amiable as the sorceresses, I will say. We've had a couple of complaints about him being a bit moody, but he is extremely efficient at what he does. So if you're looking for the best of the best in terms of magical protection, then I would definitely recommend him, especially for the price. Yes. And then we have a couple of Hobbit guides who are under our employ. They are very good. As you can see, they're a little bit more expensive than the Elven guide, but that's just because they are generally better journeyers. I know, I don't think that's a word, but I like to use it anyway. They're very adept and very skilled at traveling itself, so they'll be able to provide you with any shortcuts, and they know their way around the forest. And not to mention, they are very skilled at protecting against the dark arts, which is always a plus for a magical protection guide. And then this is our last selection here. This is, yes, this is the highest priced package that we offer. With this package, you actually get Red herself, so Red Riding Hood will be able to guide you through the forest. Let me make sure that she's available those dates that you are traveling. And she is, actually. We just had a cancellation in that same time frame, the same date range, so she will be able to guide you personally herself. And this is often the most coveted guide that we have, so it's a rare thing indeed that she's not booked, and it's, yes, you are in luck. So, of course, we all know the story of how she went to visit her grandmother and had to take on the big bad wolf. So she is very adept, and ever since then she's been kind of fine-tuning her survival skills and her defense techniques, so she's definitely the cream of the crop. Whenever she's available, I always recommend, I always tell the client definitely to book her services if they can afford her. She's a bit pricey, but you can rest assured that she'll provide you with the best traveling experience possible. And even though she is a bit rough and tough around the edges, she is a very, very sweet individual, so she'll make for a pleasant journey, most definitely. Yes. Well, she's been doing this for several hundred years, and she founded our agency long after she was helping others, you know, kind of as a vigilante. So, yes, she definitely knows what she's doing. And not to mention, I mean, isn't it kind of a great story that you can tell your friends and your children, whatever the case may be, that Red Riding Hood guided you through the Enchanted Forest? I mean, not too many people can say that, and I think a vast majority of the people who book the package actually do it for that simple reason, for bragging rights. So, yes. So did you want to book Red? Okay. Let me put that in the system then. Let me go ahead and secure you that spot so no one else books her before then. Perfect. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll book it now, but you won't need to pay until the day that you depart. So, yeah, it's not a problem. We'll actually just hold that spot for you. You do have to cancel a week in advance if you are going to cancel that time slot with her, because we need to be able to fill that date range if you're not going to be traveling with us. So, yes, there's no cancellation fee if you do it within that time frame. If you do it in less time, though, we do have to charge you half of the fee. Okay, I'll actually give you a brochure that we looked through. It has all of our cancellation policy in it. It has some information about the company itself, so you can peruse that whenever you like. Also, you might want to check on our website. The .com is right there, right there. And it has some history about the various guides that we have and about Red herself and kind of our mission statement. So feel free to check that out. You can also email us there if you have any questions. We have a contact form, and we'll be more than happy to, we usually reply within about 24 hours. So, okay. Okay, well, it was wonderful meeting you, and I'll put all of your information right there so you can take that home with you, and have a wonderful day.